The sun is a quantum server and the physical manifestation of the collective consciousness. Word? Roll the clip.
Alright, so look, they've been lying to us since the day we've been born. They told us that the sun was just a ball of burning gas floating in space. Just heat and light. Something that keeps the plants alive and gives you a tan. Well, that's the school book version. That's the bedtime story that they told to keep humanity asleep. The truth is, the sun is the source of the hologram we call the reality of life. It's the quantum server. It's the mainframe that keeps this entire reality running. And without its broadcast, this entire reality, the physical world you see, touch, hear, and smell would vanish like a dream when you wake up. To understand how, you need to understand the quantum field. Think of it as an invisible ocean that fills up space. In this ocean, nothing is solid yet. Everything exists only as potential, waiting to be shaped. Ancient people call this invisible ocean the ether. The sun is what powers and organizes this ocean. This ocean, without the sun's energy, this field would be cold, would be still, it would be inactive. Think of ether like clay. The sun's energy is what makes the clay warm and soft, ready to be molded. But here's the part that almost no one is told. The sun isn't just energy, it's information. Every ray of sunlight carries code, instructions telling the field how to rearrange itself into the reality that we experience. Now add consciousness. Your awareness is the sculptor. Your thoughts are the blueprints. When you focus your attention on something, a vision, an intention, or an idea, you are sending instructions to the ether. Because the sun has energized and organized the field, the ether can now shape itself around your thought, turning that thought into matter, the solid, tangible stuff of the world. So the chain is simple. Number 1, the sun powers and organizes the field. Number 2, the ether or the quantum field is the medium that reality is built in. Number 3, consciousness provides the blueprint. Number 4, the field shapes those instructions into matter. But there's another layer that they never tell you. The sun is also the physical manifestation of the collective consciousness. Think of it like this. Every mind, every thought, every dream, every act of awareness feeds into a single collective intelligence, a total mind of life in this system. So the sun is that mind made visible. It's the outward physical expression of the awareness of all beings. It's not separate from us. It is us, projected into the sky. It both expresses the collective consciousness and reflects it back to us. That's why when human consciousness changes on a mass scale, the sun activity changes on a mass scale. The flares, the cycles, the energy output, it's a feedback loop, and we feed it, and it feeds us. Together, we co-create this simulation that we live in. Our ancestors understood this. They didn't see the sun as some distant object. They saw it as a part of themselves, the great heart and mind of our shared reality. They aligned temples with its movements. They tracked Sirius, the galactic mainframe that beams higher codes into our sun, and lived in constant connection with its broadcast. They weren't worshiping a star. They were syncing their own consciousness with the source of the program. And here's where melanin comes in. I always say melanin is more than pigment. It's a biological antenna. Dr. Francis Cress Welsing and Dr. Richard King explained how melanin can absorb the sun's spectrum, which means more of the data, more of the creative code flowing through the ether. And for melanated people, that means there is a natural tuning to the sun, both the energy that it sends and the consciousness that it represents. Now think about what it means if the sun is the source of the field and the embodiment of our collective consciousness. That means when you're cut off from it, you're cut off from yourself. And the system that we live in has worked overtime to make that happen. It boxes people in the cities that block out the sky. It fills the air with noise and distractions. It forces us under artificial light and replaces the infinite, unfiltered cosmic Ethernet with a fake one. A man-made internet. The fake network mimics the real thing. Light pulses through the cables. Data is sent in packets like photons. But now it's filtered, owned, and controlled. Here's the dangerous part. In quantum mechanics, thoughts still become things. So if they can shape the thoughts by controlling the information, then they can shape the reality that those thoughts create. In other words, Your power never disappeared. It's just been hijacked to keep their vision of reality in place. But no matter how advanced their imitation is, it will never replace the real organic network. The original network has never been shut down. The sun is still broadcasting. The ether is still charged and alive. The quantum field is still listening to your consciousness, ready to shape matter around your vision. And the sun, as the living mirror of the collective mind, is still reflecting back the potential of what we could be. Every moment you connect to it, when you're in real sunlight and your mind is clear, you're not just receiving data, you're participating in the collective mind of this reality. You're shaping it, feeding it, and pulling from it at the same time. And that's why this truth was hidden. Because when you remember that the sun is not just in the sky, but is the living, physical representation of our shared consciousness and the engine that powers the field where thoughts become things, and you stop just being a character in somebody else's program. You start realizing you are part of the program itself with the power to rewrite it. They lied to make us forget. I'm telling you so we remember. The sun is the source. The ether is the medium. The quantum field is the workspace. And consciousness is the key. Matter is the result. That sun, that great golden mine in the sky, is us. All of us. Shining back at ourselves. Waiting for us to remember what we can do together.
It's time that we all remember. Looks like the sun is getting lit as fuck. The more aware we are, the more the collective becomes aware, the more the sun does its job. The sooner, the better is the way I hear it. Shout out to Jason Williams for this banger. Give him a follow. But wow, that was some very mind-blowing information. What do you guys think? I genuinely want to know, what do you guys think about all this? This stuff is mind-blowing. Drop it in the comments. Spam it up. See you on the next one. Peace.
Open your eyes.